Welcome back, everybody, to Richmond, Virginia, where we are bringing you Deck Pass Live, presented by Xfinity. That's the exterior of the very beautiful Collegiate School Aquatic Center, which opened up just about 7 years ago, and it's become one of the classic fast pools on the East Coast. Hi, everybody. I'm Jeff Cummings, joined by Olympian Carolyn Joyce, and we are here after a great night of finals. Olympians won almost every race tonight, and it was just great to see them just stepping it up. The Pro Swim Series this year is really fast.
Oh yeah, in the year before the Olympics, everyone's getting their racing fine-tuned, and they were putting on a show tonight.
I think everybody watching here tonight was not just fascinated to see Olympians, but to see how fast you can go in season and just show that, yeah, you don't have to just swim fast once or twice a year. It's all year round.
Oh yeah.
And so we're going to talk about some of those races tonight, and we're going to start off with one of the highlights of the night, I think, for me, was the women's 100 butterfly.
Yes.
Now, we always talk about Kelsey Dahlia. She's been the class of the field in the women's 100 fly for the past 2 years now, and she's going to continue to be that, I think, in the lead up to Tokyo. And here she is getting ready for the 100 fly tonight, just so personal. We talked to her earlier today. She was on the show talking about how much she has enjoyed the training so far. She just got back from a training camp in Chula Vista. And one of the things I think that makes Kelsey so great is those underwaters. Look at that. So just 15 meters.
Yes.
And then look at this. She's fourth from the bottom, underwater, all the way to almost 15 meters, Kara.
Absolutely. And I think one of the things of note here, you know, obviously Kelsey is having a phenomenal swim, but right below her is a 14-year-old phenom, Claire Cruzan.
Yeah, she was on fire. She broke the national age group record for the 13-14 age group this morning with a 59 flat. And here she is holding her own against Kelsey Dahlia. Actually, I think probably moving up on her.
Old, yeah, making a little bit of ground on Kelsey.
And no fear at all. And there's Claire getting second place with a 58.61, lowering her own national age group record. So just a really good swim for her. I think the future of the 100 fly, I think Kelsey might be, you know, we never know. She might be around for 4 more years.
Oh, yeah.
You never know, but we know that the future is solid with someone like Claire Cruzan going 58.6.
Yeah, and that national age group record, she broke it by almost a second today from prelims to finals. I believe it was a 59.5 when the day started. Now we're down to a 58.6.
Absolutely amazing. She's been having a good couple of weeks. She went 21.89 in the short course yards, 50 freestyle. I think Claire Cruzan is someone to look out for. Obviously, we want to temper our expectations. She's only 14.
Yes.
But I think her future looks pretty bright.
Absolutely.
So someone whose future is already bright, Caleb Dressel.
Yes.
Really phenomenal swimmer, absolutely talented in the water. He swam the 200 free tonight, and we know he could do a good 200 freestyle. He did it in 2017 at Nationals, got 6th place, I think. And I think he may have his eyes on doing the 200 free at the Olympic trials so he can get his spot on the 800 free relay, or maybe even swim the 200 free in Rio. And here he goes, and we see him there in lane 5, 5th on top. Obviously one of the best starters in the world, and he used that to his advantage. And here we are at the 100 wall. He had a full 1 second lead over the field, and I was thinking after the 100, everybody was going to catch him, but look, we got 25 meters left, and he's a full body length ahead of everybody.
Absolutely. Something that's so great about this race is that it is the sprinters and the distance swimmers meeting in the middle. And so you have Zane Grothy right below him, trying to make up a little bit of ground, but just runs out of room.
And look at this time by Caleb, 1:47.31. Very promising. That's a lifetime best for him.
Yeah.
And I think he's probably thinking, you know, maybe not in 2019, but 2020 Olympic trials, you know, he's got to go a little bit faster. Yep. I'd say if he wants to secure a spot on the 800 free relay, he's probably going to have to go about 146 low, 146 mid. I think he could do that. Obviously, he's not fully rested.
Give him a little bit of rest, yeah.
Yeah, he could do that. I think probably the 200 free scares him a little bit because he knows people like Townley Haas, Blake Peroni, they are the class of that field.
I think it's just scary for any sprinter.
It is scary. It's scary for any distance swimmer. Like you said, it's that middle ground of how do you swim it.
Yep.
But I think the 200 freestyle short course has become a full-out sprint, and I think they're really trying to turn that long course 200 free into a sprint. And that's what Caleb did. I mean, he went for it.
He did, yeah.
He really did. Kudos to him for hanging on.
Yeah, we'll keep our eye on him for that event.
Yeah, so, you know, Caleb also swam the 100 fly, and we'll talk about that in a little bit, but here at the Pro Swim Series, you know, people like Caleb, they do not swim just their main events. I mean, this is an opportunity to get a lot of different kind of racing in, not get bored with swimming your normal events. I'm sure you did the same thing.
Oh, yeah. I mean, when you have events that you specialize in, like Caleb, you know, he has like his bread and butter, which is probably his 50 free, 100 fly, 100 free, but it's so nice just to stretch your legs a little bit, try to experiment with some other events. And, you know, one thing my coach Jack used to say to me in college, because I hated swimming the 200 free, he was like, you swim the 200 free because it makes your 100 free better. So I'm sure for Caleb, approaching his 100 free now, he's like, oh, like I just dominated. I sprinted an entire 200. The 100 is nothing.
Yeah, and we also saw Leah Smith, who is mostly known for her freestyle, doing very well in the 400 IM tonight.
She's been dabbling in the 400 IM. She had a great 400 IM back in 2017. Really put her name on the map. So I mean, you do surprise yourself from time to time.
Yeah, and we've seen actually people like Simone Manuel, who is really specialized in freestyle. She does 100 flies. She'll sometimes, I saw her do 100 backstroke once in a meet.
Those are exciting races.
It's exciting to see them in that and kind of get out of their comfort zone. I think they like doing that too. It's a little scary because they don't know what the result's going to be, but it just kind of makes things a little bit different. So all of you out there who kind of feel like you specialize, I think it's good to just mix it up.
Absolutely.
And it kind of makes you a better swimmer because you have options maybe as you're growing up to say, yeah, I remember doing that 100 fly when I was 15. I wasn't very good, but I kind of think I might want to explore that a little bit more.
And then boom, you pop a best time at 24. You haven't swum it in 10 years.
Yeah, who knows?
That's got to be a good feeling.
So someone else who kind of has been experimenting with different events, Zach Harting, who we're going to talk to a little bit later. He started out his night with a 200 freestyle, which is not really one of his events, but him being known as a 200 butterflyer, I think a 200 freestyle is not too bad. So he started out his night with the 200 free, like we saw with Caleb Dressel with the class of the field. And Zach is known for back halving the race. Unlike Caleb, you see him out there really taking it out to the field. And Zach had a really good swim there. He ended up 5th in this 200 freestyle with a 149.94, very solid.
Great swim for Zach, you know, and he's not a bad freestyler. I believe he split, 41.9 at NCAA's anchoring the Louisville relay. So he has some speed. He's definitely got some good freestyle in him. Great to see him in that.
And here he is for the final 100 fly, smiling. I think he's a little bit relaxed, a little more loose. It's butterfly. It's his stroke.
Shorter race.
Yeah, shorter race for him, which maybe intimidates him a little bit because he's got to get up and get going. And he's got a great stroke.
Beautiful
I really
stroke.
like it. Just really smooth and rides on top of the water. And that's something that not only helps you in a 100 fly, but also that 200 fly when things get really tough.
Absolutely. He has great rhythm, you know, that breathing every stroke, very similar to Michael Phelps, so he's never in oxygen debt, but beautiful stroke, great swim for his 100 fly tonight.
And what was really exciting, he got 3rd place with a 52.87, and this was his first professional meet, so he earned a little money for it.
He made some money.
Yeah, so I think Zach's really proud of that.
Pro life is the good life.
It's a great life. So before all the swimming started tonight, we had a chance to talk with Zach Harting. And joining us at the Deck Pass Live desk is Zach Harting, a member of the 2019 World Championship team. Zach, it's good to have you.
Thanks for having me.
So first of all, we're going to start off. Congratulations on completing a very accomplished collegiate career at the University of Louisville.
Thank you.
How does it feel? It's been about a week and a half, I guess. So how does it feel to be done?
It's weird because like I'm done and like technically off the team, but it's nice because like I'm still like training with the team. It's just I'm embracing my new role and trying to figure out how I can still help those guys achieve that whatever they are trying to do.
Right, because you'll still be training with them every single day.
Exactly.
It's not like anything else. Just you won't be doing any of the dual meets.
Exactly, which is kind of sad because I'll definitely miss those.
Yeah. So I was at NCAA's. I actually saw you when you were done with the 400 free relay. It was your last event, and I could kind of see in your face. I don't think it really sunk in that was your last one, but now that it's sunk in, you know, what are some of your top memories of competing for Louisville?
Wow, that's a lot. There's always you got those top ones. I remember, you know, I was late to practice one day when I was a freshman, and the seniors politely told me that was not how we ran things, and just the memories and leadership that I had that helped kind of shape me into who I am and a swimmer today and how my career went. That was really big for me, and I'll always cherish like those guys teaching me, and hopefully I was able to teach some of the younger guys what they need to do and how we do things at U of L and what they need to do in order to be great swimmers.
Were you ever late to practice again?
No, I tried my best. And then when I was, I communicated, hey, I have class, I'll be there.
There you go.
Like running to the pool.
Yeah, that's really important. So now, obviously, everybody's looking to you as a leader on the team. You're going, like I said, to World Championships. How do you feel physically and mentally about what you're going to be doing this summer in Korea?
So I'm trying to take it one step at a time. I mean, obviously, I guess this will be the biggest meet that I've been to. But at the same time, the pool is 50 meters and it's still a 200 fly, and I'm all right at that event. So I'm waiting, just, you know, I haven't started hitting my heavy training yet. We're still kind of held on to our taper from NC since this was only a week and a half. So I'm just kind of using this to kind of see where we're at, just having fun here, and then just one step at a time, 1 week at a time. Train like Rocky did, and hope for the best.
Train like Rocky did. Does that mean you're going to go into a meat locker and punch
Maybe
ribs,
not
punch
the
meat?
locker, but I want to do something similar like the training montage stuff that he has going on, because it's always inspiring. Whenever that's the best part of the Rocky movies is when he comes back and then he goes into the ring and fights, and so I'm trying to mimic that. You stay after practice, you do abs, you do stretching, you eat right. All the little things you were told.
I can hear the music in my head right
Yeah,
now.
me too.
So you do all that, and then when you go, then you're ready to race, and then when you're ready to race, that's when fireworks happen.
You're somewhat of a movie buff.
Yes.
So Jeff was just talking about your 2016 Olympic trials. So you guys want to tell the story?
Yeah, so I'll never forget it. 2016 trials, 200 fly final. You walk out dressed as Batman. The crowd was going crazy.
Yeah, that was great.
It was really cool, but I haven't seen you come out as Batman lately. Have you retired or is it coming back?
I did not.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's kind of a learning curve. So that was at that point, that was the biggest meet of my career, and that was my dream ever since I started swimming at 7. Was I want to be an Olympian, and that was like, I think not very many people get the chance to actually like have a shot at their ultimate dream, their childhood dream.
Yeah.
And so that was very special to me, and I got super nervous, like jitters in the ready room.
You're swimming with Michael Phelps.
Right. Like I gotta beat Michael Phelps to make the team. Like that's what I'm talking
everybody
about.
says
No
that.
big
Yeah.
deal.
Right. And so I'm stupid enough to think like I can't think he's the best. Like he's gonna beat me. Because otherwise I've already lost. So I did believe that I had a shot. Turns out he won because he's really good. But anyways, I was going in, I was nervous, so I used the Batman thing to kind of help me distract myself from the nerves. And it worked out really good.
Yeah.
So, no, I still have the onesie. Thinking about bringing it back up. I'm currently in the process of moving, so I got to find it in the box that I stored it in. But I think I know exactly where it's at.
That's good.
But there's, now that I'm running my own Zach Harting business of myself in the pro life, there might be more of an opportunity to bring the Batman back.
The Dark Knight Returns.
That was the comic book.
That would be really cool because I think 2020 Olympic trials is a great place to bring it back.
That would be a wonderful place.
Although I don't know if it's in the rules. I don't think they'd allow you to do it at World Championships, but I think definitely
We're here
2020.
for it for Olympic trials.
If you do it the right way and talk to the right people and ask beforehand, because
Yeah.
my biggest fear whenever I do stuff overseas is I don't want to do that and it negatively look bad on Team USA. So I make sure that when we do stuff, we run that by the coaches and be like, hey, I want
Right.
to do this. This is my idea. Here's where we're going with this. Get the approval because we're still repping the red, white, and blue.
Absolutely.
But I got a couple ideas for trials.
Oh boy, I'm excited.
Yeah.
I can't wait. So, just for people who don't know you very well, Zach, tell us about your swimming history. How long have you been a competitive swimmer?
Competitive swimmer. I started at the age of 7 in the summer league. I started on the developmental team, and I guess by the end of that summer, I was on the real team. I didn't know I'd made the switch. My parents didn't really tell me that. And I've been swimming ever since. And then been on a couple of teams, made the high school team. Was fortunate enough to go to junior nationals and nationals, make the junior national team eventually. Then from nationals, made the national team, made the Ireland trip from NCSA. Then just kind of kept working hard, making different teams. Made WUGs, and then I made Pan Packs. And then now I made Worlds, and so just kind of keep climbing the ladder and kind of see where this baby can go.
We're not going to say the O word, but obviously there's just one more step to make.
Right.
Trajectory is definitely on the way.
Yeah, and that's really interesting. I mean, you're pretty much the poster child for really the progression that really a lot of kids should make in swimming, and really just go from that very beginner level and just work your way up slowly. I think a lot of people want to get from, I'm 8 years old, I'm going to make the Olympic team when I'm 15, but I think like for you, I mean, it's been really interesting to see that you have really progressed through all the levels,
Right.
slowly but surely, but I think it's really just the perfect way to do it. And I think it's really showed in your career that, you've really been able to handle all that because you've really just seen it in all those different levels.
Right. And I think that gives me some experience and also some perspective, because I know that the people that aren't on the world champ team are super hungry and they're going to want to go to the Olympics as well. And I know that, there's not much that separates me from, even third or at this point probably like sixth or maybe even eighth. So, I know that they're hungry and I'm still hungry too. So, I mean, hard work has always yielded results. So as long as the work's there, then I think, and this goes for anyone, that the results will follow.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, something that we like to ask people, do you remember meeting your first Olympian and who it was?
I think so. I think it was Margaret Holzer.
Oh, okay. We love Marge.
Yeah.
So she's from Huntsville. I'm from Huntsville. So
Yeah,
I
that's
think
right.
she came back. And I think I remember there was some small room at the pool. She was doing a signing. I think I was dressed in baseball because I was going over to a baseball game and from swimming because I played 2 sports and that was crazy. And then I dropped baseball for swimming, which I think was a good idea.
I think so. Yeah.
But I think I still have a hat somewhere at home that she had signed. So, yeah.
Awesome.
I
Shout out to
think that's
Margaret
her,
Holzer.
Yeah.
Love that.
Thank you.
Margaret, if you're out there,
Yeah.
look what you've created. First meeting with Margaret Holzer, now you're really up there. I saw you and Justin Wright hang out. You're both going to be doing the 200 fly at the World Championship. So you guys are kind of just already started talking about kind of the goals you guys have and all that?
Yeah, so we've been on multiple trips together, and I think he's always been the first flyer and I've always been the second, but we just go over there to have a good time and just race, and then because we're on the same team. And it's really nice because I see him here like, hey, what's up? Like, how you getting back to the hotel? You need a ride? Like, yeah, I need a ride.
Yeah.
So this is a good friendship because whenever we go anywhere, like, we know we can hang out with each other.
And that's really good because, you know, some people can get swept up in, yeah, we're some of the same event, but I want to beat you. It's not, you know, you're out there just both representing Team USA and you both just want to do the best you can.
I mean, I'm sure there's about 2 minutes of that, but after that, like, I mean, no matter what, we'll shake each other's hands, give each other a hug, and then go warm down together and have a good time.
Zach,
That's
I
what it's
hear
all
you
about.
you can do the worm.
I can.
And
Well,
you
I'm a butterfly, so
Okay.
it kind of has. There's a correlation there.
Okay. Do you think we'll see that at some point?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
I think if you make the Olympic team, you get out the pool, do the
Yeah.
worm.
There we go.
That
Now
would be
we're
cool.
talking.
That
like
would
it.
be cool.
All right. I remember. I'll do that.
All right. That'll be cool. Batman to the worm. That would be great. Do whatever you want. You made the Olympic team.
I told you I got a couple ideas.
Oh boy. Again, I cannot wait. I think you can't wait either. It's going to be fun.
No, but I need to wait because I got to put in the work to get there. That's still a
Absolutely.
long ways away, but it's really not. But it is. But I'm excited for it.
All right.
Well, Zach, thank you so much. We're going to be cheering you on. We look forward to seeing your trajectory keep going up and cheering you on this summer.
Thank you.
All right.
I really enjoyed talking with Zach. He's got a new fan in me for sure.
Yeah, well, I've been a fan of his for about 5-6 years now, so I'm glad he's got another one.
I look forward to seeing Batman return.
Yeah, it's going to be great. So Zach's going to be in that 200 butterfly tomorrow, and you just saw the schedule there is going to include the 200 fly, 50 free. So many great events that we have going on tomorrow. It's just going to be another great lineup of Olympians, future Olympians like Zach, I think,
Yeah.
you know, hopefuls. It's going to be really good to see them. But you definitely want to join us tomorrow for Deck Pass Live because we got 2 great guests lined up, don't we? We got Lindsay Mintinko, the new National Team Managing Director, and then Olympian Matt Grievers, who everybody just loves. I mean, he was walking on deck today.
He's a
and
Greek god.
everybody just loves, they want to take pictures. They want to just say hi to him.
Yeah.
And if they don't, they just look at him.
Yeah,
I think
he's
because
a good
he's so tall.
6'8",
Yeah,
yeah.
he could probably scrape the ceiling.
Yeah.
So we're going to have those 2 on the show tomorrow. Lindsay's going to be on our afternoon show at 12:30 p.m. Eastern, and then Matt's going to be on our evening show after all the A and B finals are done. So you definitely want to go to stay at usaswimming.org and watch them. Before that, go to USA Swimming's Instagram page and let us know what questions you would like to ask Lindsay and or Matt. We want you to actually basically do our job.
Yeah.
Okay, send us questions that we can ask them, and we'll ask it for them. You know, just don't be afraid to ask them anything. You know, what's their favorite food that they like to eat before a race?
Yep.
What does Lindsay like to do on a day off from her job? I don't think she really
Probably
has
doesn't have a day off, yeah.
I know it's a hard job, but ask any question you want. We'll see if we can get it asked to them tomorrow. All right. So, and also be sure to watch the Olympic Channel tomorrow. Ted Robinson, Rowdy Gaines going to be calling the races on the Olympic Channel, so definitely don't miss that. And we're going to see you tomorrow on Deck Pass Live, presented by Xfinity. Thanks everybody for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.